Alicia Pisha, welcome to Aloysia Pisha! So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these origami Christmas trees. I already have a few examples I've already made. This one with the flags of the world, which I really like. I also have one with a map of somewhere in the world. I have this nice blue one and this cardboard one, which I really am proud of. All you will need to make this origami Christmas tree is a piece of squared paper. I'm using this green one because a Christmas tree is usually green. And some scissors. That's all. Let's get on to the craft. First we're going to take our piece of paper and we're going to fold it in half diagonally. So make sure that the pattern that you want on the outside on your final origami tree is facing on the inside. Once you have finished folding it in half, open it up, and now we're going to fold it diagonally the other way. Once you've folded it diagonally the other way, open up your fold and fold it so it looks like a rectangle. But don't forget to keep your pattern on the inside. Once you have finished folding it like a rectangle, open up your fold and guess what? Fold it the other way like a rectangle. Now open up your rectangle fold. For the next step, I'm going to let you see it first and then I'm going to explain it after. Well, let's rewind because you guys probably got a bit confused. So we're going to take the bottom right square and then we're going to take the square next to it and that's going to slap flat onto it. Then we're going to take the triangle that is right next to that square and we're going to fold the triangle next to it into it. So it should look like a Rubik's Cube from a certain side. Then we're going to do the same thing from the other side. And we're going to put that triangle, those two triangles are going to meet each other. So we have 4 flaps. Now for the next step, we are going to take every flap, we're going to fold it into the middle. Not the whole side, but we're going to take that flap and we're going to flatten it down. So we have half of that triangle. Now flip your square upside down and we're going to take the second flap and we're gonna push that into the middle so it becomes a smaller triangle. Then switch to the other side and do the same thing. Now we are finally going to use our scissors to cut the bottom of our diamond, so we are left with a triangle. With the other pieces, you can just chuck them away. So now we can put our scissors to the side, but we will need them soon. So for the next step, now we are going to open up one of the flaps that we made and put our finger in it. And we're going to flatten it out like it was never opened up in the first place, and then fold it in half. This is kind of confusing, but I'm going to explain it one more time. So you open up one of the flaps and then push your finger in it. And then flatten it down so it's just like a triangle, like a larger triangle again. And then we're going to fold it back so we are left with double the amount of flap. Then we're going to flip over our triangle one more time and do this for the rest of them. Now you should be left with 4 flaps or like peeks out on each side, because this could undo all of the origami you have just spent your time doing. So now we are going to need our scissors back again, and we are going to make a few cuts into our origami tree. So, one mistake that people make is they cut all the way into the middle. Don't do that, because if you do, then your Christmas tree won't work. So just take it nice and slow and go little by little, because when you leave little, you can always cut more. Just leave a little space between the cut and the middle of your Christmas tree. And now you're going to just do like 2 to 4 more cuts, depending on how big your Christmas tree is at this point. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Now try and get this almost as equal as possible. So now we are finished with our scissors, so we can say goodbye. This is the last step to making your origami Christmas tree, unless you're going to decorate it. So we're going to take every single little flap except from the top one, because as you can see in this one that I've already made, the top one has been left alone and the other ones have been folded. So we're going to take every little flap and we're going to fold it downwards. So we're going to take the top right of it and fold it downwards and make sure that the 2 points at the bottom meet. This is how it should look. Now we're going to take the next flap and do the same thing. And make sure that the 2 little corners at the bottom meet each other. Now for the last one, it doesn't matter how steep your corner is. You just need to make sure that we don't let any of the paper go underneath the Christmas tree, because that will stop it from standing up. Now you just want to bend this over to sit onto the other one. And we're just going to do the same process for each one of them. Each one of the folds. Now we have done one side, we're just going to simply flip our Christmas tree over. And don't forget to flatten down the other side so that the frills don't get folded in other directions. Now we're just going to carry on folding down the flaps like we were doing so on the other side. So now technically our Christmas origami tree is finished, but now I'm going to be decorating mine, and I have some extra stuff that you could use to decorate yours, just like mine. To decorate my origami Christmas tree, I'm going to be using some glue. I'm also using glitter with some stars and like normal glitter. Some assorted mini beads, and I'm also going to be using a wax pencil. The last piece of equipment I'm going to be using is a small detail brush to apply the glue. Let's get decorating. So for this one I'm going to be using iridescent glitter, and I'm going for kind of like a frosted look on the edge of the branches. So I'm going to be applying a little bit of glue on the edge of each triangle. For my second one, I'm going to be going for the classic Christmas tree with a few stars around on the branches and a few beads to resemble baubles. I also decided to make a star out of air dry clay. So now for the big reveal. It's really a bummer that you can't see how nice the iridescent glitter looks on the edges of these branches, but it was so nice in person. And I also love this other one because it's just like such a classic Christmas tree. You can put these on your desks, in your house to like showcase it to your friends and family. It's just a nice mini Christmas tree to have. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Aloysia Pusha Alicia. So guys, that's all for today. Bye!